Ma'am, we also have just a very few questions, advice from you that might help upcoming players. The first question would be, I think you are so good at handling pressure in, crunch moments. We've seen this quality in Lokesh as well, and you both are world champions now. So how can others get better at handling pressure?
I think in those situations, it's better not to think about the result. Once you start the game, probably you should erase everything from your mind.
For an upcoming player, what's the ideal distribution of time a player should give to, let's say, openings, middle games, and end games?
I think it depends upon the strength of the player, but definitely more time has to be given for middle game and end game. Nowadays, opening preparation has become somewhat very easy if you're very good at technology, and also we have a very high quality engines. If you just click space bars, you will get the best line out of it. So I think opening preparation is just about having knowledge. So to improve the game, definitely middle game and end game practice is very important.
What openings would you recommend to a beginner who's starting to learn chess? What would be the best one?
No, I wouldn't recommend particularly one because they should have their own liking. Like for every player, some players are very aggressive. They prefer king pawn. Some players, they wanted to go slow and steady. So it depends. They have to choose whatever they would like to. I think these things should not be, you can take the advice once you pick the opening, like which line to play and where to study and what, but not about the choice. Yeah.
And we've all heard the quote, chess is 99% tactics. How did you personally get better at tactics, and how can others do the same?
I remember as a kid, I used to solve a lot of problems from, if I'm not wrong, it's a chess combination book or something. And my dad used to make me write down all the techniques every day on the paper. Even he made me this before this one rapid bridge also. Like every day I had to write down all the techniques. Yeah, I think they should keep on solving problems.
And you've sometimes taken a short break from chess. So when you come back after the break, how can one quickly get into form? What can you do to, kind of catch up?
I don't know. I always felt that the break really helped me a lot. Somehow no, I did not follow anything. I did not even follow the chess news or anything. I was completely away from chess. So when I came back, I was fresh. But I still have that knowledge, but my mind was very fresh. My practical play was much better. Though my opening understanding was very weak, I would enter into problems in the opening. My general understanding was much better.
And what is the best chess advice you've ever received in your entire life?
Advice? Yeah, I think I'm still yet to receive. When you do your work, when you give your best, probably things around you will also work out accordingly.
Often we get advice on how to improve a certain part of a play, but how can a player figure out that this is a weakness in their play? So how do they spot those weaknesses?
I think, yes, of course, after playing several tournaments, you will understand your weaknesses, but definitely as an youngster, it's important to have a coach who would guide you to, improve your skills, and also someone. Chess is not about the strategy and the theoretical part and tactics, but it's also about the psychology. Like the coach can always give you the guidance to keep you in the right track. He'll know better, in which situation, how you will react and all. I think in that way, I'm very lucky having my father as a coach, because he has a full-time observation on me as a child. So he knows how I think. And definitely when you are trained with one person for a longer period, you'll acquire their skills. So that will, I think, really help. Rather than changing from one to other, if you stick on with one coach for certain time, until you cross them, until you cross some limits, probably then you would need a much higher rated player or a super grandmaster or something. But I think choosing the right coach is very important.
And your final question, one piece of advice for upcoming women players.
I would suggest them to play a lot of men tournaments. I think when you have a tough competition, you would automatically rise to the occasion.
All the advice feels so amazing, ma'am. I think it will definitely help a lot of youngsters. Before we let you go, one important question that might inspire the next generation of grandmasters 20 years into the future. A world champion will look back and say, this Humpy advice might really, might have made me the world champion. So the question is the London system a good opening?
Definitely. Definitely. It's a quite solid opening. Why not?
Thank you, ma'am.
So are you a London system player?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you asked the question, I felt so.
Thank you, ma'am, for that. I'll
I
definitely stick
think
with
opening is just part of the game. It cannot decide the result always. Okay, sometimes you are too well prepared and it might give a surprise to your opponent. You might fetch 1 or 2 points like that, but at the end of the day, the skills of a player will make you the champion. Yeah.
Absolutely, ma'am. Humpy, ma'am, thanks a lot for your time. Chesscom wishes you a happy new year, and we hope you keep touching new heights of success in 2020.
Thank you. Thank you. Wish you happy new year.